Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome here live from Mike Carter Field in Tyler, Texas. It's Whitehouse and Tyler High here tonight, a 5A District 15 contest between the Wildcats and the Lions. I'm Reese Lannon with Tyler ISD Athletics bringing you along for this one. Whitehouse 7-1 in the district. They are in first place. Tyler High down in 8th. They are 0-8 overall coming in. As we get closer to this one, let's go over the leaderboard now. The standings in District 15 of 5A coming into tonight. Whitehouse leading the pack. They hold the tiebreaker over Hallsville. Mount Pleasant, Longview, Marshall, Texas High, 3 through 6. They are separated by a half a game. So there is a big-time logjam in the middle right now in District 15 of 5A. Now let's go over the lineups for both sides. First, for the visiting Whitehouse Wildcats. Leading off, Garrett Hayes. He's in right field. JoJo Adams, the second baseman. He hits second. Batting third is the designated hitter, and Keegan McCord. Cleanup hitter, third baseman Peyton Blackman. Michael Dudolski, the center fielder, hits fifth. He's followed by the catcher, Ty Davis, who bats in the sixth hole. Bottom three for the Wildcats here tonight. Logan Garrison in left, Chris Woodley at first, and Ben Reed. He is at shortstop. On the other side of things, here's how Tyler High will come to the plate here tonight. Their head coach, Seth Gibson. Leading off and pitching, it's Dante Martinez. He is pitching, not catching. Should be noted that catching is not accurate. Malachi De Leon, the shortstop, bats second, followed by Nico Viramontes in the 3 spot. DeMarcus Pierce, the cleanup hitter. Then Felipe Velasquez and John Cerna back-to-back 5 and 6 spots. Bottom 3, Marquise Ponce, Juan Higuera, and Raymond Tinker. Well, that's all we have. National Anthem underway here in Tyler. You're watching Tyler High Baseball right here on Tyler ISD Athletics.
I tell my son, I love you every single day.
I love you.
Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
I tell my son, I love you every single day.
I love you.
Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
When I never graduated
Well, welcome back here as we're about to go live here tonight. Tyler High in Whitehouse on this Thursday night. Hope you can hear us clearly from wherever you may be listening. Should be a good one here tonight. The white jerseys against the maroon jerseys of Whitehouse. Here's the defensive alignment for Tyler High behind their starter and Dante Martinez. Outfield left to right, you can see on your screen. It goes Felipe Velasquez, Marquise Ponce, John Cerna. Infield left to right, Juan Higuera, Malachi De Leon. Over at second base is Eden Portley, and then at first base, Raymond Tinker, the battery, Dante Martinez, and DeMarcus Pierce. On the other side, once again, here's the lineup for Whitehouse. It goes Hayes, Adams, McCord, Blackman, Dudolski, Davis, Garrison, Woodley, and Reed. Those are the 9 in the lineup here tonight for Whitehouse as we're just about ready to get started on what has turned out to be a pretty good Thursday weather-wise. We had a ton of rain and storms in the forecast Monday through Wednesday. This game originally scheduled for Tuesday rain out. Rescheduled for yesterday rain out, but today it's been pretty much perfect as the shadows really creeping in here tonight. We get ready to go. So here's the bat of Garrett Hayes to lead it off. Hayes, the right fielder, standing in here, showing bunt against Martinez as he pulls back. First pitch misses, ball one. Martinez back to work here. Right-hander winds and fires. And that one is in there for a called strike. Martinez, senior right-hander, goes back to work. And the 1-1 is fouled off, and now the count 1-2. Experiencing some slight technical difficulties with our score bug in the corner. Should have those updated as soon as we can. Martinez winds, and the 1-2. Swinging a foul back. So we'll keep it right here at 1-2. Hopefully we have that score bug updated. Should have it here in just a few moments. Whitehouse leadoff hitter waiting. 1-2, slow liner left side. That ball's going to drop in front of De Leon, and he'll have no play. Cue shot off the end of the bat that time. And Martinez falling victim to the infield single by Garrett Hayes. So Hayes aboard. And now here comes the bat of JoJo Adams, the second baseman, freshman. He's going to stand in. Adams, the second baseman, back into the box. Standing and waiting as there's a throwback. Garrett Hayes certainly having some attention paid over to him at first base. Back to it. Martinez, a long extended hold, squaring to bunt, pulls back, runner going, and he'll move up 90 feet easily. Hayes was moving on the pitch. Wild pitch by Martinez, puts a runner in scoring position here for Adams. Back and waiting. 1-0. Squaring to bunt again, and that pitch wild again. To the backstop, Hayes up to third base, and Whitehouse, a man in scoring position now, and now over to third. Count us 2-0. Still having some issues with the score graphic, hoping to figure that out here shortly. 2-0. And Adams watches one that just misses. 4 ball. It's 3-0. So Martinez has now fallen way behind, trying to find his way back. And the 3-0. Misses high. Ball 4. He lost him.
Now batting the
leadoff infield single. And now a walk has put 2 on and nobody out in the inning. So now here comes the bat of Keegan McCord, the designated hitter. Will bat from the right side as he stands in. And I think the smart money, considering the wild pitches here in the early going, would be on the runner and Adams moving. He's got a big lead. First pitch, he doesn't go, and that one finds the outside corner. Now a delayed steal, and Adams will get in there easily. Well, Tyler High pretty much conceded that one. They were not paying a ton of attention to it. And Adams moves up on the delayed steal. So second and third here for the Wildcats. 0-1. And a pretty breaking ball that drops in there. It's 0-2. Martinez using the breaking ball. Fastball through and through guy, but he does have some off speed if he chooses to mix it in. Oh-2 pitch. Swinging a tapper, foul. Third base side. Keep it right here at 0-2. McCord, a senior, plays some catcher, also some infield. He's signed to play at St. Edward's University, a Division II in Austin. 0-2 pitch. Fastball fouled away. Tardy on the heater from Martinez, but he sticks around to see another. Whitehouse coming into this one. They are 17-5 overall, including 7-1 in district play. They have won 4 in a row following their only district loss that came at the hands of Texas High back on March the 22nd. 0-2. Breaking ball tap slowly down to third. Playing back on it, Higuera fires across in time and no advance from the runners. It's exactly what Martinez needed. It goes 5-3 on the bounce out, and now one away. Here comes the left-handed bat of Peyton Blackman.
Number 27, Peyton Blackman.
Rather right-handed bat, Blackman getting ready to hit here. Third baseman, another senior for this Whitehouse bunch who is very senior-laden, but they do have some underclassmen that make their way into the mix. But especially in the middle of the order, it is senior-heavy. First pitch. Breaking ball that drops down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Blackman also plays a lot of football, and quite the football player as well. Second team All-District at defensive end. 1-0, skied, foul, back out of play towards the parking lot. Count here is 1-1. On deck is the center fielder in Dodolski. That's another senior. Shadows really creeping over the field right now. Mike Carter. 1-1. Swinging a line drive, hit sharply, but way foul. Actually ricochets off the light pole and back into fair play. As Raymond Tinker makes a play on it over at first base. Now it's 1-2. Whitehouse has been tardy on the fastball here early, but they do have runners at second and third for a reason. Left-handed hitting Dodolski. Standing on deck. Back in holding, Martinez. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a high pop-up, foul first base side. Could it be playable? No, it will not. Drifting just over the net and out of play, first base side. Keep it right here at 1-2. Well, with the back-to-back rainouts of this game and the game being pushed to Thursday, Tyler High, Whitehouse as well, are going to have to play again tomorrow. Tyler High will be heading to Pine Tree tomorrow. 7 o'clock start time. Mike Carter will be full at this time tomorrow. Tyler Legacy, Royce City. Here we go, 1-2 again. Back around the merry-go as the breaking ball misses down and away. A good take that time by the senior in Blackman. We go to 2-2. Todolski still waiting to hit on deck. This inning started with an infield single. Then 2 straight wild pitches, followed by a walk, a stolen base, and then a ground out to third. Two-two. Swing, and this ball's hit well out towards right center field. Long run, still going after it. Cerno, and he can't get to it. This ball's going to roll right near the wall. 2 runs will score on his horse for third as Blackman. He will have a stand-up 3-bagger, and the Wildcats lead 2-0. That ball just kept carrying and carrying some more out to the gap and found its home right near the right center field fence. 2-run double for Blackman. And now here's Dodolski, the center fielder. Dodolski, quite the recruit. He bats from the left side. First pitch, fastball rides high. Quite the baseball story for Dodolski. He moved to Whitehouse from San Jose back in the 6th grade. Probably quite the culture shock moving from San Jose in Northern California to East Texas as that one misses. Now it's 2-0. Heck of a baseball player. I mean, this Whitehouse program has been talking about him ever since he was in middle school during the COVID-19 pandemic. Eventually committed to play at Texas A&M University. 2-0 pitch. Fastball rides high. It's 3-0. But had a change of heart and ended up flipping from A&M, and he is now signed to play at Dayton University in Ohio. Private school. As there's a called strike, and now the count 3-1. But Dodolski is also getting on the radar of some Major League Baseball scouts with his arm. He's not on the mound today. He's in center field today, but he has an outside chance to be picked in the amateur draft in July. 3-1, and that drops in there, and now we're full. Count is 3-1. Rather, 3-2. Waiting on deck is Ty Davis, the catcher. Back in waiting. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball grounded over to second. This will play to run. Fielding cleanly is Aiden Portley, pulled up from the JV to play this varsity contest, who throws on in time, and it's 3-0 Wildcats.
Ty Davis.
That will empty the bases, though, as now here comes Ty Davis. Aiden Portley just called up from the junior varsity squad. He's in the field tonight for Tyler High, but he will not hit. So Ty Davis, the catcher. He's a junior, batting from the right side. Slightly open stance. That one's down for ball 1. It has grown very sunny today after all the storms. Not a cloud in the sky here at Mike Carter. Look to the outfield, and Velasquez as well as Potts shading their caps from the sun as that one misses up. It's now 2-0. It's only 72 today, but it felt a lot warmer than that. And then tomorrow we're supposed to get up near 80. Long pause, and the 2-0 breaking ball drops over the outside corner for strike 1. We will not have the broadcast of Legacy's baseball game tomorrow. That will be Antler Sports Network. We're either not going to have a broadcast tomorrow, or we will have Tyler Legacy softball. So here's a slow grounder to the right side. Portley on the charge, flip on to first just in time. That'll do it for Whitehouse here in the first inning, but they scratch across 3 runs in the inning and take advantage of a 2-run triple. Off to the bottom of the first inning here at Mike Carter Field in Tyler. Your score, it is Whitehouse 3, Tyler High none. You're watching Tyler High Baseball right here on YouTube.
I tell my son, I love you every single day. Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Back here from Mike Carter Field as we get ready to start the bottom of the first inning as the left-hander tonight in Michael Morton taking the mound for Whitehouse. And let's tell you about the guys behind Michael Morton. In the outfield going from left to right, Garrison, Dodolski, and then Hayes. The infield left to right, Blackman, Reed, Adams, Woodley. The battery behind the plate is Davis, and on the mound, the left-hander Michael Morton. On the other side, here's how Tyler High will line up against Morton as Seth Gibson's group getting ready to come to the plate here tonight.
Number 1, Dante Martinez.
Get you that in just a moment. Dante Martinez leads off. He's pitching. That catching thing not accurate. Malachi De Leon at shortstop. Nico Viramontes designated hitter. Then Pierce, the catcher. Left fielder Velasquez. Right fielder John Cerna. Center fielder Marquise Potts. Juan Higuera. And then Raymond Tinker. So we're about ready to get started here. Bottom of the first inning as Martinez fouls that first pitch back. Strike one. Martinez trying to kickstart something for Tyler High. They have had some issues scoring runs in district play. It's the 0-1, and that one misses. The count even here at 1-1. The last time these two teams played, there's a breaking ball that misses. Now it's 2-1. Last time these teams played was at Whitehouse on March 15th, a 12-2 victory for Whitehouse over Tyler High in a game that was 3-2 in the fourth inning. Here's a slow tapper, third base side, and foul. 3-2 in the fourth inning, but Whitehouse put up a bunch in the bottom of the fourth and bottom of the fifth innings to mercy Tyler High, and they actually threw a no-hitter in the process, and Michael Morton was one of the three pitchers that Whitehouse used that night. 2-2. And misses away. A good take by Martinez. We're full. Morton, the left-hander, back to it. A long look in, and now Martinez calls time. Morton, a senior, also plays some outfield. That one is over the inside corner with a fastball called strike three. Martinez done looking and one away here in the first. So the backwards K for Morton. Now here's Malachi De Leon, who bats from the right side. Sophomore shortstop stands in here. First pitch. De Leon watches the breaking ball that misses down for ball one. A lot of off-speed and breaking balls here early for Morton. Tyler High track and field competed in the area championships today. Did quite well as that one misses down. It's 2-0. On the girls' side, both the 4x1 and the 4x2 groups qualified for regionals next week. Here's a slow grounder over to short on the charge. Reed, throw to first. Pretty play and a nice pick on the receiving end by Woodley.
Now batting the DH, number 9.
So the shortstop Ben Reed with the nice play, and now two away. But back to Tyler High track and field. Both girls 4x1 and 4x2 teams qualified for regionals, as well as Mia Werner winning the 100-meter dash. She's on her way to regionals. Then Amy Vasquez finished second in the 800-meter run, which also sends her to regionals. Nico Viramontes here as he swings and skies this one softly on the infield. On to get at the first baseman, Woodley. That's a 1-2-3 first for the left-hander in Michael Morton. We're through one here at Mike Carter Field. Your score is Whitehouse 3 and Tyler High none. You're watching Tyler High Baseball right here on YouTube. here as we get ready to start the
Number 2,
top of the
left
second
fielder,
inning.
Logan Garrison.
As Whitehouse comes to the plate, Logan Garrison to lead it off. As Garrison stands into the box. Bottom of the order due up for the Wildcats, who pushed 3 across in the first inning. First pitch, Garrison, a soft pop-up on the infield. De Leon charging, and there's another infield hit for the Wildcats. Well, they led off the top of the first inning with an infield hit, so why not get another?
15, Chris Woodley.
And now here comes Chris Woodley. So Garrison aboard, Woodley the first baseman to hit. Woodley is a football player as well, Whitehouse. Traditionally a good football program, obviously with Patrick Mahomes playing there. Woodley squares the bunt before the first pitch. Runner goes. It's a take. The throw to second on a hop and just late. De Leon applying the tag, but not before the stolen base for Logan Garrison. Garrison played at Whitehouse for his senior year on the football field, and he's headed off to Hardin-Simmons next year, where he'll play football. 0-1 here on the first baseman, who's squaring the bunt before the pitch. We'll see if he holds on to it. And he does square, but he pulls back as that one bounces in and gets away from Pierce. Third wild pitch of the game by the Lions. And now a runner at third with nobody out. So the count 1-1 here on Woodley, and you've got to imagine that the bunt sign is off now with the runner over at third, but stranger things have happened. Ben Reed waiting to hit next, and no, here comes the bunt sign once again. We'll see if he sticks to it. And he does, but he pulls back. It looked like he was going to commit to it, but the pitch misses high. Martinez about to throw his 35th pitch of the contest. He threw 30 times in the first inning. Two-one pitch. Check swing. No swing. No appeal granted. It's now 3-1. On deck is the 9-hitter and Ben Reed. Three-one. Woodley watches that one over the black outside corner. Now we're full. But as I was talking about last inning, we might have Tyler High softball tomorrow going on YouTube. If not, we will not have anything going. But keep you updated. Check our Twitter at TylerISD_ATH for that info. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Well, that was an interesting decision by Woodley there to square before the pitch because it probably threw off his timing a little bit. And he couldn't get to a well-placed fastball by Martinez. So the first strikeout for Dante, and now here comes the bat of Ben Reed, just a sophomore who made a nice play defensively in the first inning. Reed standing and waiting. First pitch. Breaking ball, and it drops in there for a called strike one. On the Tyler High boys track side of things, we mentioned the girls last half inning, but on the boys side, the 4x1 team tied for first today in the area. They'll move on to the regional. It says here's a bunt, third base side, but that will go foul. Trying to bunt home a run, but now it's 0-2 on the bat of Ben Reed, but the 4x1 team clocking in at 41.49 seconds. So they'll be off the regionals. Count here 0-2 with one out in the inning on Ben Reed. Top of the order is next in Garrett Hayes. Long pause. Martinez holding and firing. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Martinez as he goes to the breaking ball and gets Ben Reed swinging. So all of a sudden, after the first man reach got all the way to third with nobody out, Back-to-back strikeouts by Martinez, and he has a chance to get out of the muddy water. Back to the top of the order, Garrett Hayes, who had an infield single his first time. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Took a big hack on the breaking ball and couldn't get it. It's 0-1. Well, Hayes is going to get used to stepping into that batter's box as he's signed to play at Tyler Junior College next year. Or play right here at Mike Carter Field for the Apaches. 0-1, a slap, third base side and foul. Just got the bat to that. Now Martinez ahead 0-2. He has a chance to strand a runner over at third that started there with nobody out. Get to our trivia in the bottom of this inning. So stick around for that. We'll also have that question posted on our Twitter so you can live answer that and we can check the results. 0-2. Swinging a foul back. Keep it right here. 0-2. Tyler High, as I mentioned, will go to Pine Tree tomorrow. After they go to Pine Tree, they only have 4 games left. 3 of them will be at home, which includes the final 3 of the season. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a tapper, first base side. That'll stay fair. Tinker grabs it onto the bag, and Dante Martinez navigates around a runner at third with nobody out. So we're off to the top of the second inning here at Mike Carter Field. Your score here tonight so far through 1.5. It's Whitehouse 3 and Tyler High none. You're watching Tyler High Baseball right here on YouTube.
I tell my son, I love you every single day.
I love you.
Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back here from Mike Carter Field as we begin the bottom of the second inning. Reese Lane and bring you along here with Tyler ISD Athletics. Get ready to go. Here's DeMarcus Pierce, the freshman catcher, against the left-hander and Michael Morden. First pitch, breaking ball. Misses away for ball 1. Well, I promised trivia. I will give you trivia. Pierce back into the box here. Seth Gibson, you can see a little late jog down to the third base coach's box. 1-0 to Pierce, and that is right down the chute, strike 1. Pierce, Velasquez, and Cerna, the middle of the order, the proverbial meat and potatoes of the blue and white lineup. It's the 1-1. That misses away just slightly. Now the count 2-1 here on DeMarcus Pierce. One missing. It's now 3-1 on Pierce. Goes back into the box. We'll see if he's hacking here on 3-1. Morden's pitch. Misses. No. Wait, no. That is ball 4. Thought at first that was a call for a strike. Instead, the umpire motioning for Pierce to go to first. So now we'll get into our trivia question of the night. And that trivia question of the night is, who hit the final home run at Globe Life Park, the ballpark in Arlington? That was September 29th, 2019, Yankees versus Rangers, as we're going to get a pinch runner here. Off the bench to run, it looks like Oscar Salas for DeMarcus Pierce. But the options for the trivia question, who hit the final home run at Globe Life Park? Is it A, Gary Sanchez, B, Willie Calhoun for the Rangers, Sanchez for the Yankees, C, Aaron Judge for the Yankees, or D, Rougned Odor for the Rangers. Once again, your options: Sanchez, Calhoun, Judge, and Odor. Who hit the final home run at Globe Life Park? 0-1, and that misses up and away. I'll give you those options on the screen one more time in just a second. You've got 2 options for the Yankees, 2 options for the Rangers. 1-1 here, swing and a miss by Velasquez. Can see it on your screen once again. Who hit the final home run at Globe Life Park? September 29th, 2019, Yankees versus Rangers. A, Gary Sanchez, B, Willie Calhoun, C, Aaron Judge, D, Rougned Odor. Answer to that question in a couple of minutes. And also, you can answer that question live on our Twitter. There's a swing and a miss, and down swinging Velasquez, out number 1. You can answer that question live on our Twitter.
7, John Cerna.
Our Twitter handle being TylerISD_ATH. That question will be up there and live to answer. 1 away. John Cerna, the senior right fielder, watches strike 1. Cerna at the plate. Over at first base, Oscar Salas, who came in to run for Pierce. Cerna squaring to bunt. 0-1, he backs away, and it misses low. So it's even on Cerna. On deck is Marquise Potts. Cerna squaring again. 1-1 breaking ball. He gets it down in front of the mound. Michael Borden off to get it. Snow cones and fires on to first. Moving up to second goes Salas. So Tyler Hyde trades the out for a runner in scoring position, as now here comes Marquise Potts. Once again, you can answer that trivia question on our Twitter at TylerISD_ATH. First pitch from the left-hander. Misses away for ball 1 here to Marquise Potts. So nice job by Cerna to get the bunt down, and Tyler Hyde trying to get on the board. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Big hack. Potts came up with nothing. We're evened at 1-1. Corners playing in here for the Wildcats. There's a throw back, and barely off the bag was Salas, so he had to reach back about 6 inches to get back in there. 2 outs in the inning. Tyler Hyde trying to find their first run of the contest. The 1-1. Potts watches down on a nice stop that time by the catcher and Davis. 2-1 count. On deck for the Lions is Juan Higuera. Long look in by Morden. Big breaking ball, misses up and away. It's 3-1, and if you walk Potts here, you do have the open base. So you don't want to be too fine with this one if you're Morden. Outfield plays shallow for the Wildcats. Squaring to bunt and now pulling back as that one's right down the chute. Now we're full on Marquise Potts. Three and 2 count. Pause in the pitch. Swing and a miss. So Morton gets the better of Potts as he gets strike 3, down swinging Marquise Potts. And we are done with 2 innings here tonight at Mike Carter Field in Tyler. Whitehouse 3, Tyler High done after 2. You're watching Tyler High Baseball right here on YouTube. Welcome back here as we get ready to start the top of the third inning. Whitehouse and Tyler High. It's the Wildcats 3 and the Lions none right here on Tyler ISD Athletics. Here's JoJo Adams to start the charge for the Wildcats. 2-3-4 due up. First pitch, squares and pulls back. Ball 1. Whitehouse did not score in the second inning. They got a man to third with nobody out, but back-to-back punch-outs and then a weak ground ball ended the threat. Here's the 1-0. Squaring to bunt. This one popped up more than Adams would like, and it goes foul, third base side. One and one count. Adams, McCord, and Blackman. 2-3-4 for the maroon and white. Those shadows now pretty much on the entire field. Still some shades of sunlight on the outfield fence as there's a ball. Now it's 2-1. Wind was also going much stronger out towards center field earlier, but it is considerably slowed down. It's now just a very light breeze out towards center. 2-1. Fastball lined into center field, and that'll drop in front of Potts. Good piece of hitting by the freshman in Adams, who's aboard for the second time today.
16, Keegan McCord.
So now Keegan McCord, the designated hitter, batting in the 3 spot for Whitehouse. He'll stand in. Nice lead for Adams. McCord squaring to bunt, and he does bunt. First base side, this is a good one. Martinez has to hurry, and the throw actually, I think it hit McCord. Tinker picks, and sliding into third safely goes Adams. Everyone's safe. Well, that bunt, although it was not placed up a line, had the perfect amount of velocity. Martinez had to scramble just to get it. Had to do kind of a 360 and fire on to first. And nobody got it. So first and third, nobody out. Here's Peyton Blackman. As Martinez will step off and look the runners back. Blackman still waiting on the first one. He tripled in a pair of runs back in the first inning. First pitch, squares the bunt and gets it down over towards first. Tinker picks, he'll go on to first. Into score comes Adams. On to second goes McCord. It is 4-0 Wildcats. So Whitehouse clearly putting some emphasis into the bunt here. They have nearly tried a half dozen times at this point to bunt the baseball. The sack bunt will play to run. Blackman gets credit for an RBI, and now here is Michael Dodolski. Dodolski, a ground out to second, but brought in a run his first time. One out in the inning, as there's another square to bunt. Pitched low and gets away. Seth Gibson arguing that the ball hit the bat. And now it looks like the umpires are going to confer for just a second. And I think they're going to say it did hit the bat. So everybody going back. It'll now be a strike on Dodolski. And no advance for Keegan McCord. Another square to bunt. I mean, Whitehouse, they are putting on a bunting clinic so far. Dodolski looked like he truly had some intention, but he pulls back on the ball. It's 1-1. You can't say they haven't had some success with it. They've played it a couple of runs doing so. They've gotten a hit off of doing it. Dodolski not showing bunt so far, as Martinez fires back to second base and just back in there safely. McCord's hand in front of the tag by De Leon. One and one count. De Leon still holding on the runner as Dodolski lines this one into left field. That's a base hit. Wave on around third for McCord, and now he will be stopped as the throw all the way back into the infield. A pretty decent one, actually, by Velasquez. Martinez cuts it off. It's another hit for Whitehouse, and they have runners at the corners with one out in the inning.
Catcher, number 12, Ty Davis.
So Dodolski's first hit. Now here comes Ty Davis. Davis, the catcher, bounced out to second his first time. We'll see if he has plans to bunt it. And he does, but he pulls back. That one missing for ball one. I mean, this is just bunt attempt after bunt attempt. This is not really what I expected here tonight. Whitehouse, though, does have 6 hits. (1-0), and this ball swung on, hit in the air down the right field line, and that'll drift out of play. So a foul ball. We're even at 1-1. So a pivotal spot in this game. Whitehouse trying to break it open. Showing bunt once more. As he does get this one down, but Davis bunts foul. Now we're at 1-2. So a 1-2 count. On deck stands Logan Garrison. One and two, Martinez holding on the bump, and here it is. No bunt sign. This ball is shot high in the air, straightaway center. Ponce on to get it, does not get a running start. Tagging from third, and now heading back to the bag goes McCord, and now there's 2 away in the inning.
Now batting left fielder number 2, Logan.
So a fly out
Garrison.
for Davis after a couple of bunt attempts, and now here comes Logan Garrison, who had an infield single and a stolen base his first time through. Martinez trying to get out of the jam with just 1 run surrendered. Garrison, batter number 6 of the inning. Runner goes, first pitch away, and they're just going to let Michael Dodolski have second base. Stolen base for the future Dayton Flyer. Garrison just back into the box. Garrison, a senior. That breaking ball misses down. Pierce keeps it in front. We move to 1-1. Trees have pretty much all grown in the outfield at Mike Carter. Pretty venue. Lights shining down on the turf. Two-0 pitch. And that one misses down, and it gets away from Pierce. So played another run for the Wildcats. As coming in to score is McCord. Is now 5-0 in favor of Whitehouse. Second run of the inning, Dodolski up to third base and Garrison back into the box. Three-0 pitch. Garrison watches that one over the outside corner on pitch number 61 for Martinez, and now time called. Three and one count. Martinez back to it. As the right-hander circles through the signs and fires. Misses up and away, ball four. So Garrison is aboard for the second time.
First baseman, number 15.
Pass the baton approach. And now breaking for second is Garrison, and nobody on Tyler High realized. Or at least until it was too late, as Garrison motors all the way into second. So all of a sudden, it went from 4-0 with runners on the corners, a chance to get out of it with just one earned, to one more crossing, and now runners on second and third. There's a foul ball. Count 0-1 here on Chris Woodley, who is a strikeout victim his first time. One. That misses up and away. Count even at 1-1. Next for Whitehouse would be Ben Reed. Left-handed hitting shortstop. Here's the 1-1. Fastball away. We're now at a 2-1 count. The pitch count just continuing to rise for Martinez. Two-one pitch. Breaking ball, and it misses low. It's now 3-1. And Martinez in some danger of a bases loaded bind. Reed would be the 8th batter of the inning. He is on deck. Three-one pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Fastball over the outer half. We've gone full. Runners will not get a head start since there's no trail runner over at first to spark the runners on second and third, but a hit here would score them anyway. 3-2. Swinging a grounder over to short. De Leon, big hop. He can't handle it. One run will score. Stopping at third is Garrison. An error charged to Malachi De Leon, the first of the night for the Lions. It is now 6-0.
Now batting shortstop, number 10, Ben Reed.
So Chris Woodley aboard on the air. Now first and third with two away. Here's Ben Reed. Reed struck out his first time. As the umpire talking about something to the Whitehouse dugout. And here's Reed. Top of the order next. First pitch, runner goes, and it misses up. Trying to incite a throw is the runner in Woodley. That'll just be a defensive indifference. Nobody covering the bag. No intention to throw it there by Pierce with two away in the inning. as he tries to just keep the score where it is. The 1-0, squaring the bunt, and this is a beauty. Reed beats it out to first base without a throw. Well, for all the bunts Whitehouse has tried, that is certainly the best one, and that was placed perfectly with a guy who can run really well. And the 9-hitter, Ben Reed, bunts in a run,
Batting right fielder,
and
number
now
11,
we are at the
Garrett
9th
Hayes.
batter of the inning. So Garrison scores. Woodley moves over to third base. It is now a 7-0 game. Garrett Hayes, the right fielder, singled and scored back in the first. Runner goes, first pitch, strike, no intention of throwing down. Another one that you can chalk up in the scorebook as a DI, defensive indifference. Second and third, 2 outs. The 0-1. Breaking ball that spikes in the dirt in front of the plate and gets away from Pierce. Another wild pitch will plate another run as Woodley scores. Runner over to third now is Reed. It is now 8-0 Whitehouse. Guy at the plate, Garrett Hayes, is the only one who hasn't came to the plate this inning yet, but he is trying to make an impact, and he might have just did so there. Out towards left, long run, and unable to get it is Velasquez. This will be at least 2 bags. Big turnaround second for Hayes on his way to third. He's in there, and now he's going to try for the plate. Throw gets away, and he is safe. So it's now 10-0 Whitehouse. And that'll be ruled an error against Tyler High. Obviously, you saw Velasquez maybe a chance to make the catch, couldn't get to it, and then the throwback to the infield, Higuera could not handle. So now 10-0, 7 runs have plated this inning. And JoJo Adams, who started the whole inning off at the plate as this one's
JoJo
popped up
Adams
out of
is
play.
the batter.
Well, it started with an Adams base hit, then a McCord hit, then a sac bunt, another hit, then a fly out. But since 4 straight have reached, walk, error, single, error. Adams watches that one. It's 2-1. Martinez's next pitch will be number 75 of the night. 2-1. Bounces in there. We've gone to 3-1. Long pause. Right-hander goes forward as that one misses up and away, ball 4. So another runner for the Wildcats and batter number 11 of the inning.
16, Keegan McCord.
Comes Keegan McCord and Seth Gibson now trotting out to the mound. So we're going to have a conference. So Adams aboard for the second time in the inning. Well, while we got the break, let's just revisit trivia here real quick. We're not going to answer it yet. We're going to give you a little bit longer, but that trivia, once again, who hit the final home run at Globe Life Park. It was called Globe Life Park in its final couple of years. Originally called the ballpark at Arlington. Today, Gary Sanchez, B. Willie Calhoun, C. Aaron Judge, D. Rugned Odor. Martinez is going to stay in the game, and he's going to face Keegan McCord. McCord, who singled and scored earlier in this inning, looking for more. He's not going to get it there as that one misses high. It's 1-0. Other updates from around Tyler ISD Athletics in terms of scores. Tyler High softball falling last night to Whitehouse. Tyler Legacy softball did pick up a win, though, as that one is fouled away, first base side. Tyler Legacy won a marathon of a game that lasted over 3 hours, 18-15 against Mesquite Horn. Looks like it might be Jose Zabaleta throwing in the Tyler High bullpen. That one misses high. It's now 2-1. Well, since I can feel my own broadcaster voice starting to go a little bit, I've cracked out the cough drops, and over the years I've had my fair share of different types of cough drops. So there's one fouled away. I will say, though, the Luden's Wild Cherry are currently my favorite. This is not a sponsor, but Luden's, if you want to reach out to me, let's get something done. All right, back to baseball. 10-0 here. Whitehouse in front. Back into the box. Keegan McCord. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball tapped slowly and foul. Third base side. Nice snag. Now the coach's box. Look at the throw back to the mound, too. I think the third base coach has played some baseball. He's going over the Whitehouse dugout right now to showcase the underhand ability. Two-two pitch. Martinez deals. Swing and a line drive left field. Playing it off the hop will be Velasquez. It's a base hit off the bat of Keegan McCord.
Now batting center fielder number 23, Michael Dudolski.
Michael Dudolski, the center fielder.
Correction, number
Or rather,
27, Peyton
Dudolski
Blackman.
on deck. Peyton Blackman getting ready to hit here for Whitehouse. First pitch, swing and a miss. Blackman had a sac bunt earlier this inning. He also tripled and drove in 2 runs earlier, but that sac bunt plated a run with runners on first and third. If you missed it, I mean, Whitehouse, actually you couldn't have missed it. Whitehouse has just been laying down bunts left and right. There's a called strike. It's 0-2. That was one of the better ones, but I don't think anyone's top. Ben Reed, who had a perfect one from the left side of the plate, right down the third baseline to bring in a run. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a pop foul back towards the parking lot. Every time there's a foul ball here at Mike Carter, I kind of wait a couple of seconds and then think to myself, hopefully we will not hear a bang of a car back in the parking lot with the parking right outside the stadium. 0-2. Here's the pitch. And it misses down. It's now 1-2. Skies staying light later and later into the night as we get closer to summer. 7:59 local time here in the Central Time Zone. Still plenty of fading blue above the trees. 1-2. Breaking ball misses away. It's now 2-2. Martinez just threw his 87th pitch of the night. Pitch number 88. He looks to finally get out of this marathon of an inning. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swinging a liner left center field. Marquise Potts on his horse, and he won't get it. That ball will get all the way to the wall. 2 runs will score. Blackman ripping around second. He's trying for 3. The throw gets by De Leon at short. It is 12-0 Whitehouse.
Now batting center fielder number 23.
Seth Gibson out of the dugout again for a Tyler High, and I think this is going to be it. So Martinez is done. On from third base. Here comes Juan Higuera. And Higuera will pitch. Martinez to short. De Leon to third. While he comes onto the mound, we're going to take a break. Your score is 12-0 Whitehouse. Runner on third and 2 away. You're watching Tyler High Baseball right here on YouTube.
New pitcher on the mound.
Back at it here as Felipe Velasquez is now on the mound for the Lions as he takes over for Dante Martinez. First pitch here is a strike to Michael Dodolski. It's 0-1. The second 2-run triple of the game by Peyton Blackman now made it 12-0 as there's one that misses for a ball. Blackman now 5 RBI on the night. Impact player. There's a jam shot. Third base side. Look out. The stands over there. Third base side. Count 1-2. Whitehouse and Tyler Legacy play on Saturday. We may have that game here on YouTube. Just stick with us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tyler ISD Athletics for updates regarding that. Here's a cue shot into shallow left, and that ball will land. Run scores. Pulling into first base with the RBI knock is Dodolski. It is 13-0 in favor of Whitehouse.
Now batting catcher number 12, Ty Davis.
Wasn't hit particularly hard, but sometimes it's just hit them where they ain't. And Dodolski does that to a perfect degree, and now here comes Ty Davis. Whitehouse and Legacy, I mean, those schools are not separated by a whole lot of distance. Obviously, Whitehouse in 5A, Legacy in 6A, but figures to be a good matchup on Saturday. First pitch. Swinging a slow grounder right side. This may do it. On to get it. The second baseman, Portly, on to first. That'll end the inning, but not before Whitehouse puts 10 on the board here in the top of the third inning. We're off to the bottom of the third. here tonight at Mike Carter Field. Your score, it's Whitehouse 13, Tyler High 9. You're watching Tyler High Baseball right here on YouTube. Back here, bottom of the third inning from Mike Carter Field in Tyler. It's Juan Higuera, third baseman, now on the mound and pitching. He's going to lead it off here for the Lions. Well, there's no real way to slice it. I mean, Tyler High's got a lot of work to do if they want to even make this a little bit of a game. Higuera swings and fouls it off, but sometimes moments like these can be very low leverage opportunities where younger players and players who've been struggling can find a way to break out. So there's still meaningful baseball to be played here as Higuera fouls that one off. Count 0-2. Higuera, Tinker, and Martinez, 8-9-1 for the Lions here in the third. Left-hander and Michael Morden still on the mound for the Wildcats. Someone bounces in there. 1-2. Higuera swings and puts this one in play down the right field line, but just drifts foul. Well, he's been tardy 3 times on foul balls, but he's hit all of them fairly well and hoping to just find a way to straighten that out a little bit. Trivia question will be after this batter. In other news, we talked about Tyler High Track earlier. Tyler Legacy Track, Cooper Moore is headed to the regional. Plays baseball, so runs track. So that one bounces in there. He plays second in the long jump at the area meet today, and he took first place, the champion in triple jump, so he'll advance to regionals to compete in both of those. Higuera swings and misses on the 2-2 fastball, out number 1. So let's go back to our trivia question. That trivia question coming back just an inning ago. Who hit the final home run at Globe Life Park? Yes, it was called Globe Life for the final 2 years. Before that, it was the ballpark at Arlington. A, Gary Sanchez. B, Willie Calhoun. C, Aaron Judge. D, Rugned Odor. First pitch here is low to Raymond Tinker, ball 1. Correct answer. It was Aaron Judge, actually, that hit that final home run, albeit in a 6-1 Yankees loss. So it was the only run they scored in that final game. That one misses high. Count 2-0. Now 3-0 on Tinker. There's a called strike to Tinker. Tinker watches a called strike 2 as well. If you're curious, though, the final home run by a Texas Ranger at that stadium was by Rougned Odor. There's a called strike 3. Tinker down looking, 2 away. So Odor was the last Ranger to homer before the Rangers moved venues, but Aaron Judge actually had the last official home run there. So 3 straight strikeouts, count them 4 now for the left-hander Michael Morden, and now we're back to the top of the lineup, Dante Martinez, who watches the first pitch curve miss just high, ball 1. As Martinez swings, high pop-up, foul, and back at a play towards Rose Stadium. Well, Rose Stadium, although it's not going to be used for a little bit, do have some signs of football coming back. Tyler High spring practice starts on Monday. Tyler Legacy spring practice starts on Tuesday. Both schools will have spring games in the middle of May. So that one bounces in there. It's 2-1 before it all starts up in August. And the Rose City rivalry, that's in early September. So if you're counting, we're less than 5 months away. Here's a ground ball deep in the hole left side. A nice diving stop by the shortstop Reed, but he's not going to have a play. Well, it was a nice effort by Reed to keep in the infield, but ultimately Dante Martinez has the first hit for the Lions, and now here comes Malachi De Leon. De Leon bounced out slowly to shortstop his first time on a nice play by Reed. Holding from the belt, first pitch. Fastball misses just up and away, ball 1. Count 1-0. There's a grounder, hard hit over towards short. Big hop for Reed, knocks it down, stumbles, and he's got no play. So an error on the shortstop and Reed, albeit that took a tough hop on him, and Malachi De Leon safe. So Tyler High extending the inning a bit, trying to find their first run of this contest. Here comes Nico Viramontes. Viramontes, right-handed batter. He popped up to first his first time. He swings and lines this one into left field. It's a base hit. Stop sign for Martinez. And all of a sudden, Tyler High is the bases loaded. An offense that seemingly just lacked a lot of energy. They got the infield single by Martinez. And the error with De Leon reaching, and now Nico Viramontes reaches for the first time on a hit. So the sacks are full. Here comes DeMarcus Pierce. First pitch. Pierce swings, and he was behind on the fastball. Hit it hard, but foul. Count 0-1. Left-hander Morden sitting at 47 pitches. We'll see how long Whitehouse allows him to throw, because they're going to need pitching for the next couple of days, with a district game tomorrow, and then Tyler Legacy coming to town on Saturday. So that one misses down. 1-1, and a game that is 13-0. Normally, you allow a bunch of pitchers to enter, maybe some guys without a whole lot of experience, but given their need for pitching these next couple of days, they might let Morton throw a little bit longer. Pierce watches that one low, and now we have gone to a 2-1 count. Martinez over at third. At second is De Leon. Viramontes takes his place over at first. No place to put Pierce. Freshman catcher waits. He swings and grounds this one over to short. Reed on the charge, picks it up, fires, and this time he's got it for out number 3. Tyler High leaves him loaded here in the bottom of the third inning. We're off to the fourth here tonight at Mike Carter Field. Whitehouse 13, Tyler High none. You're watching Tyler High Baseball right here on YouTube.
I tell my son, I love you every single day.
I love you.
Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
I tell my son, I love you every single day.
I love you.
Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
We're back here as we get ready to start the top of the fourth inning, and we have a whole bunch of changes here defensively for Tyler High. We have a pinch hitter as well, as Lane Hooker is going to come on to hit. Hooker into the game for Logan Garrison. So Hooker into bat. The changes for Tyler High defensively, if I'm making it out right, it looks like Malachi De Leon is now in right field. Dante Martinez is at shortstop. DeMarcus Pierce moves from catcher to third. John Cerna moves from right to catcher. This ball's sprayed the other way by Hooker, and that ball will drop in. New pitcher on the mound as well. Marquise Potts. He allows the leadoff single to the pinch hitter and Lane Hooker. So now here comes another pinch hitter for Whitehouse. Dylan Acker, the senior, will stand in. That first pitch misses high from Marquise Potts, ball one. Potts, the junior, plays some center, plays some short. Don't see him a whole lot on the mound, but he gets the opportunity here. Dylan Acker. That one misses high. Hooker over at first base. He's a junior. Acker at the plate right now. He's a senior. 2-0. Foul back. Count now 2-1. The wind has really died down in right field. Potts back to the hold and brings it home. Check swing. Appeal to second, not granted. Now it's 3-1. On deck, it's supposed to be Ben Reed, but we'll see if we have a pinch hitter. And actually, it looks like we might. 3-1. Down and away, ball 4. Single and a walk to start it here in the inning for Whitehouse. And we do have a pinch hitter.
New batter in the ball game for Whitehouse, number 4, Kyle Ady.
So Kyle Ady is going to hit here. 80 actually just received his first offer to play collegiate baseball at Austin College. Stands in 2 on, none out. Marquise Ponce just looking for some outs right now. 80 watches that one down. It's 1-0. Check swing. No swing. No appeal granted. It's now 2-0 on Kyle Ady. Top of the order next, but presumably we've got some pinch hitters coming, and indeed there is one in the on-deck circle. It's a swing and a liner back through the middle into center field. Stop sign at third base for Hooker. And the bases are loaded here for Whitehouse.
Now batting number 3,
another
DJ
pinch hitter.
Hester.
DJ Hester will get the chance to hit now. The junior will stand in. So Hester will hit for Garrett Hayes. I mean, this is quite literally a platoon swap in every sense of the word. Bases loaded, nobody out. First pitch, swing and a miss. Looks like we'll finally stop getting the run on pinch hitters as JoJo Adams is still in the on-deck circle, but he's a freshman. Probably just trying to get him any at-bats that they can. Here's a high pop-up. This should be out number 1. Potts, Tinker, who wants it? Nobody calls it at the last second. Potts reaches out to make the catch. Potts was kind of just looking around. He thought Cerna was going to catch that. Tinker on the charge. Ended up falling right between Tinker and Potts, but Potts alertly sticks the glove out. So Hester put away on the pop-out. Here's JoJo Adams, who has not been put away today. 2 walks, a single, 2 runs scored, and a stolen base. First pitch is high for ball 1. Started to get a bit colder here in Tyler, but warm weather abound. Really, the next week or so as there's a swing and a miss, and probably we're gonna start getting real hot here soon. I'm gonna get to experience my first Texas summer. I can't wait for the 110-degree days or 105, whatever we may. 110. Can't say I'm used to that heat. That one misses away. Count now 2-1, but I will say I'll take that trade-off instead of my usual Midwest winter where it can get down to -20. Quite literally, that happened last year. We can get 2 feet of snow at a time. Here's a ground ball to short. Picked up Martinez. He'll fire on to first base. No look at second. Into score comes the run in. Hooker is now 14-0 Whitehouse.
Now batting, number 16.
So Adams retired for the first time on the fielder's choice, but does get credit for the RBI. And now here comes Keegan McCord. Well, after the bases were loaded, nobody out. I mean, this is but all you can do if you're Potts. You're able to get the out with no advance, and then a fielder's choice as that one gets back. Runner started, but Karam's off the backstop nicely to Cerna, and everybody will park. Ackers on third, 80 on second. We're obviously going to have some defensive changes in the bottom of the fourth inning. One and 0 count and the pitch. There's a called strike. Top of the zone. One and 1 count, waving the bat in front of him as that one is down to Keegan McCord. 2-1. Other news around Tyler ISD Athletics. Tyler Legacy Girls Golf has a district championship. They will compete next week in the regional tournament. Tyler Legacy did not win the district, but as this ball is skied in the air fairly over near the line in right field, and that ball will drop. 2 more runs will score for Whitehouse. Motoring all the way to third base goes Keegan McCord, and now it is 15-0, or rather 16-0 in favor of Whitehouse.
Now batting number 27, Peyton Blackman.
So a triple for McCord. Now here comes Peyton Blackman, who's had a big night. But back to Tyler Legacy Boys Golf. Braden Bergman finished third in the district tournament, and he will compete in regionals next Monday and Tuesday. The Tyler Legacy girls on Wednesday and Thursday. Here's a liner into left field, and another run will come in as this ball is going to roll all the way to the wall. 17-0 as Blackman stops at second base. He's got a double. And when it rains, it pours.
Now batting number 34, Hunter Cook.
So Blackman with the double now has 2 triples, a double, a sacrifice, and 6 RBI. 4 runs have crossed here in the inning for Whitehouse. Looks like we have another pinch hitter. There's a called strike. The pinch hitter here for Whitehouse. It's number 34, Hunter Cook, sophomore outfielder. Oh, 1 hit in the air, left field. Underneath it and making the catch. Out number 3. We're through 3.5 here in Tyler at Mike Carter Field. It is 17-0 Whitehouse. You're watching Tyler High Baseball right here on YouTube. Well, we got a whole bunch of changes as we're back here to start the fourth inning. It's the end of the night for Michael Borden.
For Whitehouse is number 21, Brandon Wilson.
As looks like taking over on the mound is Brandon Wilson here for Whitehouse. So Brandon Wilson into the game for the first time.
Batting for Tyler, number 8, Oscar Salas.
Everybody else looks the same. Wilson in. Departing is the right-hander in Morton. His final line in just a moment. Here comes the bat, I believe. Yeah, that is Oscar Salas here to hit as he watches strike one. Final line for Michael Borden. 3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Hard hit ground ball, but right at first baseman in Woodley, out number 1. So Salas hitting there for Felipe Velasquez. He's retired. John Cerna is due up.
Now batting
Where
number
is he?
3, Marquise Potts.
So it'll be Marquise Potts now. And I think, yeah, I was thinking something was wrong, and I think Tyler High's batting out of order right now. Yeah, Oscar Salas led off the inning. He was batting in the 5 spot, and then the 7 hitter and Potts came to the plate, but it should be the spot of John Cerna, and now they get it corrected. Here comes John Cerna. Cerna watches ball 1 there. Another crack at it for Cerna. Had a sacrifice bunt his first time. Swing and a miss there. 1-1. Well, this one is going to finish likely in 5 innings, but Tyler High trying to delay it at least a bit as there's a breaking ball that drops in there. It's 1-2. Back to it, the right-hander twirls it loose. Swing and a miss. Good start for Brandon Wilson. Back-to-back strikeout, or back-to-back outs. This one by the strikeout. Now it's Marquise Potts' turn to hit.
Now number 3, Marquise Potts.
Potts bats from the right side against Wilson. Wilson, a long look in. Now winds and deals. Swing and a miss. Took something off it. Potts out in front. It's 0-1. Back to it, the 0-1. Down and away, the count evened. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tomorrow's athletics docket, I mentioned we may or may not have a broadcast tomorrow. It will not be of Tyler Legacy Baseball here at Mike Carter's. There's a pop-up, shallow left. Out to get it is the shortstop and making the catch, out number 3. We'll tell you about it a little more, but we're off to the 5th inning. Now here from Mike Carter Field, your score is Whitehouse 17, Tyler High 9. You're watching Tyler High Baseball right here on YouTube. back here as we get ready to start the 5th inning. Another new pitcher for Tyler High. It's Oscar Salas on the mound. Sophomore takes over. He gets ready to face Ty Davis, the catcher here for Whitehouse. But I was mentioning at the end of last inning, we do have some athletics and plenty of them going on tomorrow. Tyler Legacy and Tyler High tennis, both competing in Longview at the Longview tournament. They're getting ready for district play here in a couple of weeks. There's ball 1 to Ty Davis. That one starts early. Tennis is very early sport. Here's a swing and a one-hopper over to short, and took too big of a hop as it caroms off of Martinez into shallow center. Error to start the inning. And aboard at first base, Ty Davis on the error. Yeah, tennis, I had known how long tennis matches last. I guess I just didn't really think about it. And, I mean, here in Tyler, they take them very seriously. Legacy has a really, really good tennis program. Actually just finished number 3 in a tournament out in Abilene last weekend out of 38 teams. Here's a pop-up between the pitcher and the catcher. Cerna to get it. He'll glove it. 1 out. So pop out by Lane Hooker. Now brings Dylan Acker to the plate. But outside of tennis tomorrow, Tyler High, JV and varsity at Pine Tree.
Number 8, Dylan Acker.
4:30 and 7 o'clock starts in those. Tyler High softball at Pine Tree as well. 5 o'clock start time. Tyler Legacy softball, that might be the game that we have on YouTube as there's ball 1. Tyler Legacy softball is home against Royce City. Varsity game, a 7 o'clock start time. The JV game at 5:30. That one through to the backstop, but no advance. Counts 2-0. Once again, Tyler Legacy Baseball tomorrow will be covered by Antler Sports Network, so you can go over to their YouTube page and find that. But we will have Tyler Legacy Baseball again next Tuesday for senior night against North Forney. That game, a 7 o'clock start time. You can find it right here on Tyler ISD Athletics YouTube. Another wild pitch, but no advance. Softball, if we do get it tomorrow, Royce City and Tyler Legacy. Legacy coming off the 18-15 marathon against Horn. Looking to make it 2 straight. They've really just traded wins and losses, kind of treading water in the district. But with that win, they've elevated themselves a bit as there's a called strike. They're now 4-3 in the district. 5-3 sounds a whole lot better than 4-4, so stick with their social medias. Hopefully we'll have that one. 3-1 pitch. And there's a called strike. Gone full on Dylan Acker, who walked his last trip to the plate. That was actually his first trip of the night. 3-2 pitch. This is down. Ball 4. Acker walks. So now here comes Kyle 80.
Number 4, Kyle 80.
80 will stand in here to hit. Singled his last time through, right back up the backs. I'll try to do it again as he watches ball 1. One and 0 is the count and the pitch. This is high. 2-0 count. We'll update you with the regional information for both Tyler High and Tyler Legacy track and field teams. Tyler High had some qualifiers, as did Tyler Legacy. That's coming up next week. Count now 2-1 on that foul ball. Top of the order is next. DJ Hester, who pinch hit his last time up and popped out waiting. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and hit in the air, right center field. Going back to get it and unable to get it is the second baseman in Portley. Potts over to get it. Station to station, up to third base is Davis, to second Acker, and Kyle 80 has his second single in as many tries. Sacks are full. Here's DJ Hester. First pitch, Hester's hit. Clipped him just under the elbow, and that'll make it 18-0 Whitehouse.
Now batting number 6, JoJo Adams.
So now JoJo Adams. Couple of walks, a single, an RBI, a stolen base. Big hack and a miss. 0-1. Oh, 0-1 is in there, and now it's 0-2. Salas trying to find the second out of the inning. Whitehouse scored 3 in the first. Held off the board in the second. They broke this game wide open in the third inning by scoring 10 runs. 0-2. Up and in. Count now 1-2. Here's a ground ball back to the pitcher. On to get it, Salas. He would maybe thinking about coming home. Throw instead goes on to first. And a little bit of a wipeout, but it looks like JoJo Adams is okay. Run does score. I think Salas might have made it a bit tougher on himself that time, but he does complete the out. Adams walking with a bit of a limp. Hopefully he is okay. Now it is 19-0. Fielder's choice for Adams. He gets credit for the RBI. Looks like the third base coach is going to come check on him for a moment. Tinker had to put on the sweep tag. In doing so, Adams went airborne. Looks to be okay. He's walking back to the dugout. Our best wishes to him. So now here comes the bat of Keegan McCord. First pitch. This is high, ball 1. That one misses, and now it's 2-0. Well, in a 19-0 game, we can go a little bit off baseball. Some very surprising news on the college basketball front. So now it's going to 3-0. With Scott Drew declining the Kentucky job, it appears Kentucky, given their fan base, I don't know if they're going to be super happy with this one. They are targeting BYU head coach Mark Pope to be their next head coach. That one misses down, ball 4. Sacks are full once again. 2-out walk for Keegan McCord.
Now batting number 27, Peyton Blackman.
So here's Peyton Blackman, who has created a small village on the base pass tonight. 2 triples, a sacrifice bunt, a double, and 6 knocked in. And he was going for 10 knocked in with that swing as he misses 0-1. Here's a liner into left field. It's another RBI for Blackman. Station to station they go. 20-0 Wildcats. Blackman now with 7 RBI on the night.
Number 34, Hunter Cook.
Hunter Cook, who took his first at bat last inning as a pinch hitter. Flew out to left. Here's a grounder back through the middle. Martinez has got it. Takes it on to second himself. That'll do it here in the top of the 5th inning. Whitehouse 3 more runs. It is a 20-0 ball game as we're now off to the bottom of the 5th inning, and this might be it. You're watching Tyler High Baseball right here on YouTube. Bottom of the 5th inning, and this is going to be it in this one, with Whitehouse leading by a considerable margin. Here's Juan Higuera to start it for Tyler High. Last chance. Higuera swings and hits this one in the air, right center field, and that'll fall in. So Higuera, who had some good swings his first at-bat back in the 3rd inning, a good swing to start off the bottom of the 5th as he reaches first. By the way, a new pitcher on the mound again for Whitehouse. Keegan McCord taking over on the mound. Fastball over the outside corner. Strike 1 to Raymond Tinker. Tinker was ahead 3-0 his first time at the plate, but the starter and Morden battled all the way back. 3 straight strikes and struck him out. Swinging bunt, foul that time. It's 0-2. There's one that misses away. One and 2 count. Raymond Tinker waiting. As he watches that one high and away, we've gone to 2-2. Tyler High to close out their season. At Pine Tree tomorrow, at Hallsville next Tuesday, then 3 in a row at home to close it out versus Marshall next Friday, versus Mount Pleasant. So there's a called strike 3. Tinker down looking. 1 out. Home against Marshall next Friday.
Now batting
And the final week,
Martinez.
April 23rd. Home against Mount Pleasant, April 26th. Home against Texas High. First pitch. Down and away for ball 1. Count 1-0 here on Dante Martinez, who's working on a 1-for-2. A base hit his last time through. He's stranded at third base. 1-0 tap foul. Third base side. One and one count here on Dante. Next is Malachi De Leon. Looks like he'll get the shot to hit. One grounded down to third, could be two. On to second for one. The relay back to first is just late. Martinez beats it. Fielder's choice with Higuera out at second, and Tyler High is down to their final out. So two away.
Number 4, Malachi De Leon.
It's up to Malachi De Leon. So he'll swing the stick from the right side. Slightly open stance. First pitch is away for ball one. Whitehouse is going to improve to 8-1 in the district. They came in 7-1, tied with Hallsville for first place, but they defeated Hallsville once this year. So there's a tapper off the foot of De Leon. That can't feel great, but looks fine. They get ready for the rematch with Hallsville next week. Showed the district standings earlier. Big cluster, 3 through 6. There's one over the outside corner. It's 1 and 2. Really, the only two schools out of it right now are Pine Tree and Tyler High, unfortunately for the Lions. But the middle of the pack for spots 3 and 4 in the playoffs. It's anyone's game right now with 4 schools: Longview, Marshall, Mount Pleasant, and Texas High all vying for them. The count now 2-2 on De Leon. Texas High might be the most intriguing of them all because they beat Whitehouse. Something nobody else has been able to do. 2-2, fouled back. Lives to see another. Still a 2-2 count here on De Leon. Looming next. Looks like Jose Zabaleta has grabbed a bat, but he's not going to get the chance to hit. Down looking, Malachi De Leon. That's your ball game. Final here tonight from Tyler High's Mike Carter Field. Whitehouse 20, Tyler High none. We'll wrap it up in just a moment. You're watching Tyler High Baseball right here on YouTube. We're back here. Final that you can see on your screen in just a moment. 20-0. Whitehouse runs away with it here tonight at Mike Carter Field. In every sense of the word, they really did. They scored 3 runs in the first, 10 in the third, 4 in the fifth, and 4 in the fourth, and then 3 in the fifth to take the victory. Tyler High scrapped together 3 hits for Martinez as well as Higuera. Nico Viramontes, but 20-0 is your final. Winning pitcher is Michael Morden. Losing pitcher, Dante Martinez. Once again, tomorrow, not sure whether or not we'll have a broadcast. It will not be here at Mike Carter. Tyler Legacy Baseball is covered by Antler Sports tomorrow night, so we may be at Tyler Legacy High School for Tyler Legacy Softball. If not, We'll be around Mike Carter providing social media updates and stuff of that sort. Until then, I'm Reese Landon signing off here tonight from Mike Carter Field. Whitehouse 20, Tyler High 0. Have a great night, everyone.